This news update is brought to you by...
They ask us how we do it, how we outrun the world. They ask us, how does it feel to fly? How do we dive headfirst into the deep? And emerge victorious. They ask us if we're afraid, if we're nervous, or if we ever feel lonely, so far away from home. But the truth is, home is always right here with us. Get ready to witness the magic of the Olympic Games like never before.
It's Thursday, August the 25th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, the minister in charge of managing the country's critical water resources is touting desalination as the only solution to the island's perennial water woes. Yesterday afternoon, Minister of Agriculture, Food, Fisheries and Water Resource Management, Dr. David Estwick, officially opened a temporary containerized desalination plant, bringing hope to some relief to some residents. The plant installed at Hope St. Lucie will provide an additional 300,000 gallons of water a day to the Allendale, Lamberts and Boscobel systems, similar to what was done in 2003. He also announced that his ministry has started to fulfill an earlier promise to import 8 additional water tankers.
I can report today that 2 of them are out and another 4 are in the port as we speak, and the Minister of Finance will be working to make sure that those are brought out as well. That therefore would represent 6 out of the 8 and the other 2 on the ship heading to Barbados. That would give us a fleet in total of about 13 to 14 water tankers, as was promised.
A local government agency yesterday admitted that it breached the law when it fired its marketing and public relations officer nearly 3 years ago. Barbados Vocational Training Board Director Henderson Thompson told the Employment Rights Tribunal yesterday that the board erred in its handling of the termination of Jasmine Valerie Payne on October the 31st, 2013. Payne's attorney, Tricia Watson, grilled Thompson for about 2 hours as the hearing continued into the unfair dismissal case at the tribunal's Warrants Office complex in St. Michael. In her relentless cross-examination, Watson succeeded in getting Thompson to admit that both he and the board failed to follow the relevant mandatory procedures set out in the Employment Rights Act before informing Payne by letter that the statutory board would not renew her fixed-date contract. Hearing continues on Monday at 2 p.m. As police investigate the mysterious death of a 2-month-old baby, the parents of the child appear to be at odds over how the child died. The lifeless newborn infant, who had not yet been christened, was discovered lying in the bed of the parents Kenesha King and Samuel Johnson in Titchborne Howells Crossroads, St. Michael, on Monday night. The Guyanese mother was said by a family member to be too distraught to speak with Barbados Today, but in giving his version of the events yesterday that led to the child's death, the 64-year-old Vincentian father said he was surprised when the girlfriend told him the baby was dead.
About 9 o'clock now, I hear she hollering for me. Yeah, she happened. Come. Baby in the bed, she was water tell me, now go down over the sleep like you baby. Go down over the sleep like you. I look at her. Next time she kept up the baby, I holler, wait. You know, start to Coco, you ain't responding. Wait, I can't believe you're dead, Coco. I said, wait, what do you mean he dead? You mean I left you inside, you come home, and you like to squeeze this baby, yeah? Like you choke this baby and squeeze this baby. Not me, you kill my baby, you kill my baby. I eventually jump back, I come to the baby then too. I give she baby healthy, good.
The local credit union movement is dismissing calls by the commercial banking sector for the recently announced rise in the bank asset tax to be extended to all financial institutions. Soon after, Minister of Finance Chris Sinkler announced last week that the tax would increase with immediate effect from 0.2% to 0.35%. President of the Barbados Bankers Association, David Noel, told Barbados Today the levy should be shared equitably across the entire financial sector. Similar sentiments were expressed yesterday by Managing Director for Retail and Business Banking with CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, Mark Hill, who told reporters the hike would affect banks' bottom line. He also made a case for the tax to be applied across the board. However, President of the Umbrella Barbados Cooperative and Credit Union League Limited, Barry Hunt, was not prepared to entertain the thought, issuing a strong retort yesterday afternoon. Hunt suggested that the commercial banks operated primarily for profit, while credit unions had people at the center of their operation.
Whereas banks pass on any additional cost to customers, while not giving any reasonable return on the savings and deposits, the credit unions don't do that. So the banks are awash with capital. The banks are very liquid. Whereas, and they have their methodologies. Now I respect they operating in their financial space. They do what is best practice in their own interest in terms of their bottom line. I respect that. But at the same time, a bank is a different creature to a credit union. The focus of a bank is different from the focus of a credit union. The credit union has always, I will continue to put people at the center of its existence.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
The Guyana opposition has turned its picketing attention to the High Court in the capital city, calling for swift justice regarding its election petition. HGPT's Handel Duncan was there and filed this report.
Political opposition, the People's Progressive Party, CIVIC, peacefully picketed the High Court here in the capital city, Georgetown, on Tuesday. They're calling for a speedy hearing of their elections petition.
The petition was filed in the High Court for more than a year, and the PPP says it has not heard anything substantial from the courts about the hearing of the petition.
And as far as we're concerned, justice delayed is justice denied. We want our petition to be heard. We want our petition to be expedited.
And on the international scene, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un says Wednesday's test firing of a submarine-based ballistic missile was the greatest success and victory. In fact, the state news agency quotes the country's leader as saying that the U.S. mainland and what he called its operational theater in the Pacific are now within North Korea's striking range. Here's more from the CNN.
The undersea threat to the U.S. and its allies from Kim Jong-un is greater than it's ever been. South Korean and U.S. military officials say North Korea just test-fired a ballistic missile fired from a submarine that traveled about 300 miles, further than any missile Kim has ever fired from a sub. This new satellite photo from the Group 38 North shows the submarine at its dock with a crane over it just 48 hours before the test. Japan calls this launch reckless. U.S. officials call it provocative. Analysts say tonight, North Korea is now capable of striking anywhere inside South Korea with a ballistic missile fired from a sub. Some 25,000 U.S. troops are also based on the peninsula.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, our screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.